So the time was clearly changed to fit the prosecution's case.
Hey peeps, it's your girl Blessydgazadiva and welcome back to the Blessydgazadiva channel. And if you have not checked it out yet, people, Vybz Kartel has a new update from his lawyer on Lisa Evers in Fox 5 News, and all of it is coming up. We're going to look at the review, we're going to look at the case, and we're going to look at what the lawyer has now forwarded out and said has happened with the case. Anyway, people, when we get back, we're going to look into it, we're going to talk about it. Let's kick it.
You're not like anyone else. You find the way you are. Did you do this all yourself? A smile ignites the room. Sending us up to the time, you know it's Kartel, representing for Blessydgazadiva.
So Lisa Evers, everybody knows Lisa Evers by now. International interviewer doing the international discussion about Vybz Kartel. You know, Vybz Kartel case, the international case that tends to have a lot of people on their heels and a lot of people wondering and a lot of people thinking, all right, why is Vybz Kartel getting so much international press? So she took to another interview with Vybz Kartel's lawyer, Isaac Buchanan. So in the interview, it started off with, could Vybz Kartel Phone free him? Now, the investigations are finally over. The investigations are through. Now, most of the things that are being said, we already know these things already. We have seen the evidences, we have seen the videos out there, and we know that Vybz Kartel was placed at a scene that he was never at whilst he was elsewhere. So Vybz Kartel was supposedly at the scene of the crime, but he was also in a hospital at the same time. When you think about it and you match up the logics, that really couldn't be, because you can't be in a hospital and be at the crime scene at the same time. One of the other things that's very important in this case is missing metadata. And for those of you who don't know what metadata is, let's say, for example, it's a collection of information, like it tells you date information, tells you size of the file. So you know that if you click on the side of a picture, let's say you click on the hamburger key, and the information that drops down, like when it was created, the file, the size, all of that is metadata, and it ties back to giving information about a particular picture, or it can give you accounts of events. Now, they're saying that everything that was on the phone had metadata. In Vybz Kartel case, the metadata that is tied to that particular video was flawed.
Digital forensic expert David John Martin Woodgate found that the video prosecutors claim put Palmer at the scene of the crime different from the inalterable embed time.
It was wrong. It was changed to match the prosecutory case.
Tampering or a misreporting of the time, which was crucial. So the time was clearly changed.
Now, people, you're going to hear all kind of things saying, I lie them a tell, not no gosso, who have time to go into the phone and WhatsApp. Who doesn't have time to go into the phone to give a man life sentencing by using the phone? That is the question we should be asking ourselves. Now, if the expert has said that the phone was tampered with, that is not your statement, that is not my statement, that is the expert statement. The expert states that the phone was tampered with. So if the international expert flew out to Jamaica, took the file, did the investigation, he's saying that that particular video has no metadata tied to it. So the fact that no metadata is tied to it, the only assumption is that the data was altered and the data was meddled with. Now, people, this is very interesting, because I know we are going to hear all the persons out there saying, no, go so, this not happen. Them ever try come up with cartel. This, and them always trying to cover up for cartel.
Also found proof that the phone had been used to make calls even after it had been seized by Jamaican authorities.
What is the purpose now of the Privy Council independent investigator? What information or what desire or what would it benefit them to tell a lie for Vybz Kartel. So somebody can tell me now down below in the comment section, how would it benefit them to tell a lie for Vybz Kartel? Now, there are many other loopholes in the case of Vybz Kartel. Vybz Kartel has spent 10 years behind bars on a failed manufactured case, and people who have clear evidences against them in rape cases, robbery, gun charges, and they are getting off literally scotch-free. We think about Ruel Reid, get off scotch-free. We think about the Ministry of Education woman who stole the money. All now we don't hear anything else about her. We hear about the cap issue. Now you hear it's reassigned to somebody else. All we keep hearing about criminals in white collar getting away. But at the end of the day, because Vybz Kartel's influence is so exponential and he has, let's say, such an impact on society, he is being ridiculed and put to the core, and yes, he's guilty of what he has done. Now I'm going to tell you people, the experts have now spoken, and the fact that the expert has said clearly that Vybz Kartel phone was tampered with, there is no going around that. And if Vybz Kartel was centered predominantly and primarily on the phone evidence, then you can add or take away what you will from that. What I can say to you, Gaza Nation, we're in a happy space for now. We're not celebrating anything. We're just hoping and praying for the best. And if anybody is saying that we're hoping and praying for the best just cause, we have nothing else to do. What we need to now do is focus on the case going to the Privy Council. The fact that the Privy Council, what we need to understand, and I did a video on that some time ago, about a year or two ago. The Privy Council does not deal with anything called emotions. The Privy Council does not deal with anything outside of the law. The Privy Council does not deal with anything that is not centered on the law. The Privy Council does not deal with evidence that is outside of the law. So for those who don't like Vybz Kartel and that would have played a part or role in his sentencing in Jamaica, that doesn't really matter to the Privy Council. For those who Vybz Kartel, in their eyes, influencing the youths wrongfully, that doesn't play a role in the case of the Privy Council. For those of you who Vybz Kartel, as he would have said before, him sleep with them girl, him take with them baby mother, and all of these little stuff. You know, you have to throw some jokes in there sometimes. That cannot stand in front of the Privy Council. If Vybz Kartel influence was too strong for Jamaican culture and even society to accept it, that does not matter to the Privy Council. What matters to the Privy Council is exactly what the phone expert has come to Jamaica and done. Take the evidence that have been provided, analyze the evidence that has been provided, dissect the evidence that has been provided, and then prove possible doubt, which has not now been proven. It is more than possible doubt. Right now, we're standing at a case where the man has basically said, that's a private investigator, has basically said, we are not finding any metadata on this phone. And the fact that we're not finding any metadata on the phone for the prime evidence that was used to sentence Vybz Kartel, then pretty much we can say that there is no case with this video. Now, I've heard in the past some people who were very conscious and very confident that Vybz Kartel was going to spend the rest of his life behind bars. They're now quivering or cowering, and it's because them take away a phone and they make people get access to the phone, and one stupid man leave the key somewhere on top of one locker. And I thought you were confident that Vybz Kartel is guilty and the phone wasn't tampered with and none of the evidences were touched. People, I am telling you, Vybz Kartel, just like every other human being who deserves a fair trial, did not get a fair trial. Whether you like Vybz Kartel or you don't like Vybz Kartel, look at the facts that are standing in front of you. Look at the facts that are being played out in front of you. Vybz Kartel did not get a fair trial. Vybz Kartel was not judged based on the case itself. Vybz Kartel was judged on his influence. Vybz Kartel was judged on his impact on the youths. Vybz Kartel was judged on his impact on society in terms of what we eat, how we carry ourselves. And he was also judged on being even more influential than the political parties themselves. It was no longer PNP and it was no longer JLP in Jamaica. It was Gully Gaza. And because because of Vybz Kartel's involvement in that, say, little fracas, that is why it even got so much notoriety. Anyway, people, that's my 2 cents on the matter. Tell me your 2 cents now down below in the comment section, and make sure you go over to Fox 5 News and watch the interview. Anyway, people, if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit the notification bell. If you've not yet smashed the like button on this video, smash the like button and send this out. I'm out.